This is the Expect Awesome Podcast, your source for expecting and achieving awesome with a God-powered confidence. And now, motivational speaker and Integrity Doctors President, Mr. Ryan K. Mall.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Man, I am so pumped, so ready to get this thing going. I hope you've enjoyed the stuff I've been putting out lately. I've had a really good time doing it. I really love this podcast. I love the opportunity to be able to talk to you wherever you're at right now, whether you're at work, whether you're in the car, whether you're working out, whatever you're doing, maybe you're just hanging out on the couch with some Fritos. I don't know what it is, but I'm thankful and grateful that you are here. God is going to bless you this week for listening in. And I want to tell you that straight up because right now I'm going to go into this new series. I've been telling you for a while that I want to start a new series. And this series I am excited about. Now, I'm probably more excited about it than anybody, more excited than you're going to be about it because I'm going to talk about something that's going to be a total stretch for some of you. And I get that. But I want you to learn from my past. I want you to learn from myself. And the way I want you to learn, what I talk about this week is something very unique and different because I realize over time that there are things in life, I do things differently. I learn from things differently than other people do. Not everybody learns from things that seem unlearnable. There's lots of life experiences that we all have that seem like they're just random and seem like they're just things, but they're not. And I want to show you today how you can learn for something. So this series is going to be about how to hire employees. Now, I realize that we talked about that a few weeks ago. I talked about hiring preparation. That's not going to be that. I'm going to leave that topic alone, and I'm going to break off and do some more on it. But in terms of the process of hiring, there's a process that works with all of hiring, but I want you to see it from a different perspective. I want you to see it from the perspective of the person being hired. A lot of times what we do is we look at things through our own lens and we look at through the things that we do all the time. So you as a boss, if you're hiring someone, you're seeing it through your perspective of what you want, what you're looking for, what you're going for, rather than realizing that you could be making a whole lot of mistakes in the way that you're going about it because you're not seeing it from the perspective of the person you're going after. So when I say that it's going to be different, what I want to do is I want to compare hiring to dating. That's right. We are going to talk about some dating. You just got to hold with it. I'm telling you, this will be so helpful for you if you can realize it. Because see, like I say, I do things differently. See, most of you probably know I've not been really shy about it. I was married for 8 years. I got married young. That didn't work out. Wasn't so great. I've talked about it on other podcast episodes. And when I got out, I didn't want to be alone. I knew kind of right off the bat, I didn't want to be alone. That wasn't going to work for me. I was a single dad. Me and my daughter, we got it good. I love her. We were having a blast, but it would have been so much better to share somebody this with. And I wanted to bring someone else in to complete my team, so to speak. And so for that, what I did that most people don't do is I ended up, from the time I got divorced to the time I met my wife, it wasn't that long a time. It wasn't even a year. And the reason is I took the lessons I learned in this company and I applied them to my dating life. And I took business principles that we teach in this company and I applied it to how I'm dating. So what I've learned on the reverse is how I could teach you to do it the other way around. How I could teach you to learn how to hire by looking at the ways I did things when you're dating. Because they're very similar processes. They're very similar things. When you're dating, you are looking for someone to spend time with you, to be with you, to be on your team, to support you, to go for the things you want to go for, to be one with you. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for just someone to drive you around. You're not just looking for someone to just help you with food. Hopefully not. Hopefully that's not the case. You're looking for the right things. You're looking for someone to bring in and for you to become a team. That's no different than what you're hiring. That's no different than what you're following. So if I just give you this simple example, just to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. See, what I applied for was that I realized that as a single dad, who is now in the dating pool, there are only certain nights that I could date. There are only certain nights I could make available because I'm a dad. And there were certain nights where I have my daughter and certain nights I don't. And I didn't want to miss out on time with my daughter. So I wanted to make sure that I filled up all the time that was there. So what I did was I went on a lot of dates, a lot of them. And I did what we call in chiropractic cluster booking. I would go online. I would pick out people I'd like. I would like them. I would contact them, whatever it would take. And I would line up dates, and I would line up a bunch of them. And I would set them for, I had 4 dates in 24 hours at one point, just because I wanted to make sure I was filling the time. I wanted to make sure that I was finding who I needed to find, finding where I wanted to go. And it worked. So that's a really great thing. But understand this, the way you need to apply it and the way you need to understand, sometimes you're so wanting to just find the right person right away that you're overlooking the things that you need to really be focusing on. You're focusing on the wrong things. To fill your position, that's not what you want. You're not just wanting to put another person there and put any person in it. You're wanting to put the right person, the person who will believe in you, the person who will fight for you, the person who will want to help you fulfill your dream and fulfill your team purpose. That's the person you want to find. It isn't just another person to throw in there. See, I realized that the majority of the dates I was going to go on, the 99% of them weren't going to work. It didn't matter if they didn't work. What mattered is that I knew that at one point I would find the one I wanted. I would find the one that would be my perfect teammate. That was what I was going for, and that's what I wanted. And I knew it would happen, but it couldn't happen if I was trying to be too selective in who I was allowing in. And that's the first thing that you have to learn. Quit being so judgmental. See, when I was going through the apps, when I had to do the whole online dating, because that's pretty much the only way it works anymore, if I felt like you look like a nice person, I gave it a try. There are people I went on dates with that I would have never said I would have gone on dates with, but I gave it a try. You know why? Because I kept my options open. It wasn't about finding who exactly I thought I should be with. It was about finding someone who fit it. See, you can't tell from a resume. You can't tell from a picture. You can't tell from anything. See, one of the biggest mistakes most businesses make is we make judgments way too quickly. This is the reason we make foolish decisions, like I talked about in the preparation class about how we hire. It's the reason we go to things like we go to online searches and we go to putting names. Now you say, well, Ryan, you did online dating. Why shouldn't I do online searches? Because it isn't really how it works. That's not how it works. You need to find someone who's right for you. And you got to realize it's going to take time because we start making mistakes. And each week I'm going to talk about the mistakes you make in this process of looking for people, of interviewing people, and the mistakes you make in the process of it that you need to fix, because there's a lot of people that you have interviewed in the past that could be perfect that you wrote off for the absolute wrong reasons. See, you were looking for a certain thing. You were going for a certain thing, and you didn't realize who you missed out on already. There was a shot that there were girls that I went out with that would have been great, but I might have judged them wrongly. I might have done it the wrong way. See, I know that I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight. When I did it, I told my parents, I was like, I was putting my faith first. I want to find a Christian girl, so I signed up for Match.com. And my parents were like, why didn't you do Christian Mingle? So this is for Christians. Why don't you do that? I was like, I don't want to do that. Match is where everybody says they are, so I'm gonna go to the Match thing. And I went on date after date after date. Didn't work. Met people, dated, didn't work. Just nothing. So then one day I decided to sign up for Christian Mingle. I signed up for Christian Mingle, and I met my wife within 24 hours. I was looking in the right place. And sometimes that's not what we're doing. We're looking in the wrong place. See, when all you're doing is posting an ad online, that's not going to work. That's not how other businesses do it. You don't see Hot Topic doing that. Have you been to a Hot Topic store? Have you been in there, the grunge rock, punk rock, whatever it is in there, a whole lot of zombies and metal and Funko Pops. That's really all it is. And when you go in that store, have you looked at the employees that are there? And they're happy to be there. They're thrilled. They like it. They love that store. Do you think they found those people on Indeed? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's how it worked. I think that they found people that wanted to be there. I think that people came in. I think they talked to people that wanted to be there. I think that Stephanie, with the rainbow hair, the neck tattoo, and the 6 nose rings, I'm thinking she didn't use Indeed. I'm thinking she just went there. I'm thinking that she just made it happen. And I'm thinking that they didn't judge her wrongly. I'm thinking that they didn't look at her and think, you know what, that's too many holes in your nose. That's too many colors on your neck. That's too many designs in your hair. I'm thinking maybe they thought this person might be a good fit for us. Why? Because they're a good person. Because they're good at talking to people. Because they have talents. Because they are valuable. And that's where we miss out a lot of times. We judge too quickly. Like on a dating app, you swipe left way too many times. You write off people for the dumbest reasons. You write off people that you never should have wrote off. And we do this in hiring too. We look at a misspelling on a resume and we're like, they don't know how to spell. Maybe not. Maybe that's not it. Maybe you shouldn't be judging people over their resume. Maybe the resume doesn't matter at all. I've never hired any single person. I've looked at a resume. I'm not interested in the resume. I'm not interested in a piece of paper. I'm not interested in how they type. I'm not interested in how they write things. I'm not interested in how proficient in Microsoft Word they are. I'm interested in how I like them. Are they a good person? Are they someone I want to be around? Are there someone I see making a team with? Now, I realize that this is totally different. I realize this isn't the normal way you do things, the normal way you think. But over the next few weeks, I want to go over the different ways that when you're bringing new people in, or when you're going after them, or when you're interviewing them, I want you to see it from their perspective. Because you've written off a lot of people you shouldn't have wrote off. You judged a lot of people you shouldn't have judged. And maybe rather than just searching for the perfect date, maybe you should open up the doors to a lot of dates. And maybe they don't work. Maybe the interviews don't go through. Maybe you interview a whole lot of people that aren't the right fit. But at least you interviewed them. At least you gave them time. At least you gave them a chance. And it allowed you to interact with more people. Because think about this, for those of you that are doctors, every interview that you give, every single one should be a new patient. Every single one should leave there wanting to come into your office. And if they didn't, it means not that they didn't like you, because they came in for that interview. Not that they didn't want to work there, because they obviously might have wanted to, otherwise why would they be there? But maybe they felt judged. Maybe they felt like you predetermined them. Maybe, just maybe, they didn't feel valued. It's important. So hang with me the next few weeks. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be awesome. I want you to also check out, make sure my book had Summer Spectacular. I sold out like within a few hours. Like it was really weird. The book sold out even before the day had really started. If you still want a book, feel free. You can get one on Amazon. If you bring it to the conferences, I will sign it at the conferences. I'm happy to do that. I can personalize them to whoever you purchase them for. It's better to get them on Amazon. It's cheaper. If you order from me, it's a lot more expensive. It's like $12 with free shipping on Amazon. So do that. So if you want one, go on Amazon.com, search for I Am Awesome by Ryan K. Maul. You can get it. It's an absolutely phenomenal book. I love it. I've been getting some really fun messages and pictures from people, which I so enjoy. If you have it and your kids read it, send a picture with them to me. I love to post on my social media. It's a really fun thing. If you're in Integrity Doctors, make sure, if you're a chiropractor, check out our Integrity Doctors Connect app. Man, it's blown up. Within the first month here, we've had around 1,300 signups to it. Absolutely incredible. Tons of free resources. We just added a whole bunch more. There's a whole bunch more even coming after that. The video version of these podcasts are there as well. So lots of great stuff. Lots of things available for you. Hey, you know what? I'm so thrilled that you did this. I'm so thrilled that you're following through. I'm so thrilled that you're hanging with me. This is going to be an awesome journey. And I want to end it today by letting you know that I not only believe in you, I know that God has something special for you for following and listening, because obviously if I could find my wife and I could find the perfect teammate, you can find them too. God, I go to you today and I just want to thank you for the other person on the end of this. I want to thank you for the person watching. I want to thank you for the person listening. I want to pray that you lay your awesome power on them and give them the strength they need to make an awesome week, to make awesome relationships, to build an awesome team. I want you to put your hand on their businesses, their hand on them. Help them to be patient, calm, help them to do the right thing, help them to be what they need to be and to be what they need to be to everyone around them. God, give them the strength. Let them see your purpose and let them see that you should shine through them and allow them to be a reflection of you. In your name we pray. Amen. God bless you. I thank you. It's going to be an awesome week. You are awesome. Go get it. I'll see you next week.
For more awesomeness, visit RyanKMall.com or follow him on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @RyanKMall. Until next time, keep smiling and remember, you are awesome.